You can read the title, you can look at the thumbnail. We're back once again discussing Run the Foot Market and Krasi's PC experience. If you're not aware, recently Nick has brought out another video and Krasi has obviously explained a bunch of tweets about how much PC is better. But we're discussing Run the Foot Market's perspective on the game overall because he recently came out with a video, I think 3 weeks ago. We're going to deconstruct what he said because there's quite a lot to go through. The first point I like to mention is the overall game.
Because the AI is so heavy now and the input delay on the game is so bad, the game has so many rebounds, weird goals. You know, this year we're seeing a plethora of moments that we've never seen before. Like, really, you know, FIFA has jammy things and glitches. This year it's every single match. Craziness happening, absolute chaos. And this is coming from somebody that used to get Elite 1 like this. 30-0s, man. We're talking 30-0s. These days, Weekend League is 15 games, and I'm playing a console Weekend League. I'm going 7-4.
The overall game in any console, PC in general, is awful. You can't score goals. You can't defend. And this is what Nick had obviously addressed in his video because previous years, obviously, the passing as well. When you press an input, it's fine, right? This year, on the other hand, goalkeepers are insane, which I personally think they're the best they've been. And Nick also addressed that in his video.
The finishing is not good this year. And the second thing is that the defensive AI, even on PC, it's still insane, right? You really don't have to be that good to defend anymore. You used to require skill. People used to come into the streams, see someone defend and be like, damn, this guy's anticipation is crazy. Nowadays, you could just get VVD Saliba, put them within like a 5-meter radius, and you'll probably win the ball back, right? So that part of it is a joke. And I understand why EA wants to do that because they want the average player to get better at the game. That's the point of AI defending, right?
So don't think of PC when it comes to you're going to have a better experience in that sense of the game's going to be different. Yes, it does play different, but it has the same mechanics and same aids and same everything, if not even worse because it's PC sweats, right?
We look at the difference this year between me on console and me on PC, and PC notoriously is a sweatier player base. You have to think, guys, on console, for the most part, you're going to have a more variety of gamers, right? You're going to have real sweats, but then also bounce players. PC really just has hardcore gamers. I mean, if you're playing PC FIFA, and I have been getting ranked 2, I've got it every single weekend on my PC RTG with a way worse team.
So I 100% agree with Run the Foot Market here, and comment down below what your thoughts are and experiences are this year, because honestly, it's bloody awful. I don't know what EA are doing. I've seen they've done a new patch, but now the second point I like to mention from Nick's video is the comparison and how fun it is. He mentioned constantly, as well as Krasi actually, that the game is much more better from an overall standpoint of you can actually play the game how it's supposed to play. So passing is fine. Obviously, the dribbling, you're actually scoring goals with the sake of scoring goals instead of like the delay on console. Just the constant disruption that you have on console. On PC, that is obviously 10 times better. Passing is as bad as it was previously. But from what Nick has said, because he plays high-end football, he's making the most of the passes. He's making the most of the tackles, the through balls. He knows the nitty-gritty things that makes a goal a goal.
It's like on PC, I'm like, tick-tock, I'm playing football. Even on this game, I'm playing football. Even on this game where everyone plays 5-back, 4-4-2, I am playing 4-1-2-2 narrow, 4-3-1-2, football through the middle. It looks great, right? On console, I just tried that yesterday. I went 10-5.
To extent, I agree with what Nick has said, but at the same time, for someone like me, it's stuck in Div 6. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what script EA have done in my games, but blimey, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I've been playing just Div Rivals, by the way. I don't play Champs anymore. I'm trying to get out of Divs, obviously, but you're still going to get the same old EA BS, and that's what sucks. Leads to my next point, which Nick has highly said that the quote-unquote console is not optimized.
But what EC is right about is that how can EA in 2025 almost not make a game that where it should be optimized for console, which is probably 97% of the users, they only make this game playable on PC. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if I could give you all a $3,000 PC and you could all play this game, you guys would be like...
This point I like to deconstruct, because when obviously as a kid I grew up playing FIFA on console. I think everyone did, right? Everyone still does. And everyone still believes that FIFA and FC and all these games are optimized for console and are best to play on console. And the reason why we think that is because obviously the big esports and the big games in general are always sponsored and partnered with PlayStation or Xbox. Like, I remember when I used to grow up, Xbox was the first for everything Call of Duty. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because we've been so like in our heads about, okay, console is the best for like gaming. Nowadays it isn't. I grew up thinking that, and now it's not. You guys can't agree with me if you guys haven't got a PC, but for those who have a PC, you'll understand how important it is and how amazing it is to play games on a computer or on a PC that's actually got decent specs, to be fair. That goes back to my point about optimization. PC optimization compared to console is unmatched. It's unreal to the point where there's no delay, there's no issues, depending on your specs, of course. When it comes to a proper high-end spec computer, you'll have little to none issues compared to console. That goes to any game, not just EAFC. And it's just wild to me that I only just realized that console might not actually be optimized for the games that you guys are playing, obviously on PlayStation or Xbox, because every developer caters their games to console. Little do they know that the PC output is unreal or unmatched compared to that. So that's why PC is actually better for not just EAFC, but for every single game that you play, because the monitors that you get also come in the 1 ms response time. You play on keyboard and mouse. If you play Call of Duty, right, you'll have 0 to no delay. If you're on EAFC, the same thing applies with controller. If you plug and play, you'll get the same smooth gameplay that you wanted, because not only you're getting the most frames out of your game, but because your console is limited your frames to the point where it's 60 or 120, you can't have an enjoyable experience because you can't see the smoothness, because you're still stuck on a 60 hertz monitor, or something is not letting you play those games to the high end possible way that you guys are intended to play the game. So I do agree to Nick's point about optimization and on console in general, but on the other side of things, if you never played games that have not been optimized whatsoever for PC, that you guys are living under a rock. Console in that sense is 10 times better, because every developer caters their game to console first, because that's where they're going to get the most sales from. But at the end of the day, eventually PC just takes over and just is the bigger beast, right? Final point I'd like to mention and address that Nick has mentioned is the can't afford a PC quote. And that obviously links to Krasi's tweet as well.
Not everyone watching this video can afford. Do you guys know the money of PC that I had to spend to get a good PC to run this damn game this year? $3,000. And I'm a creator, right? So for you guys watching these videos, I make that money. I can business deduct that.
I don't call myself a content creator or streamer. I just do this as a hobby. I'll be honest, it's an amazing hobby to have. For these guys that are top end, actually making money and actually making a living out of these things, out of the content and streams that they do, they'll obviously have the high end specs. They'll obviously have that capability of getting those top end top specs. It's not a bad thing. They're in that position to do so. To be able to spend 3,000 4,000 on a high end PC is unreal, right? But people like us, people like me, will dream to have that. I don't agree with both of them, to be fair, in the sense of can't afford a PC, quote unquote, and people obviously can't spend 2,000 or 3,000 on PC. To an extent, I agree. Obviously, no one has 2,000 or 3,000 pounds lying there for a PC, especially gamers. You got to think, right? If someone's watching this video and is interested in the PC, you can look around, you can go find computers that are mediocre / high end at a very good price. I got my computer 2 years ago now for like, I think 1.2, and I obviously did a method where I got to pay back monthly before 12 months, so I don't get interest. So I used to just do that because obviously I wanted to invest into a computer, because I've had my previous computer was a 1050 Ti with an i5 processor, 12 gig RAM, and it was on its dying legs basically. I had it for 8 years. I literally rinsed the crap out of it. I used to edit, record, stream, everything on that thing. And I used to play games on low. I used to play games on 30 FPS just to make sure my quality of my game as smooth as possible. So if you guys are wanting to take the risk and be able to have that opportunity of playing PC games, even if it's not EAFC, do it. Save up. Maybe have like a monthly thing like I did. Let's say you wanted to get a £1,500 or $1,500 PC. Check out your local places, like I think in US it's like Best Buy, in the UK it's Curry's. If you guys don't want the custom PCs, of course, but when it comes to like pre-builts are also very amazing. Once again, obviously you could see that Krasi and Run the Foot Market have obviously got custom PCs built for them. These pre-builts that you also get on store or in store, they're basically consoles that you could just pick up. That's basically how it is. You got to make sure that you guys are getting computers that are in it for the long run type thing, because I had my computer for 8 years and it was on its dying leg. If you know how to use and understand a computer, you could still run games as high or as medium as possible. Moving back to the price, if you think about it, console nowadays are like 200, maybe 400. Now I think the PS5 Pro came out, that's like £700. You can get a very good deal and a very good build for that price for £700 if you don't want to spend £700 on a console that only allows you to play games, for your information. But if you want a cheaper alternative and an option, you could still find those alternatives. You'll just have to sacrifice either a graphics card or a processor or RAM, but you need to make sure that your minimum requirements are hit for a certain game that you want to play. As long as you're playing as smooth as possible, it doesn't really matter how the game operates, because you don't need to have the high-end computer to enjoy a game. You just got to understand the settings and optimization for it. That is my take and my thoughts on obviously the video that Nick has posted. Comment down below your thoughts, comment down below what you guys think, and yeah, have a wonderful day, take care, and peace.